Hello, I'm here with you tonight. I know what night this is. I know why you're lying here in the dark, unable to sleep, unable to think, unable to do anything but feel the weight of what just happened. Tonight is the night after you lost your mother, and nothing in the world prepares you for this moment. I want you to know something right now before we go any further into this long night together. There is no right way to feel. There is no proper response to losing your mother. Whether you're feeling shattered or numb, whether you're crying or you haven't cried at all, whether you're angry or peaceful or confused or all of those things at once, you're doing this right. There is no wrong way to grieve your mother. Your mother. The first voice you heard. The first heartbeat you knew. The first person who held you. And now she's gone. And you're supposed to just continue existing in a world where she doesn't. It seems impossible. It feels impossible. And yet here you are, trying to make it through this first terrible night. Let's breathe together. Not because breathing will fix anything, not because breathing will make this hurt less, but because you're still here, and your body still needs breath, and sometimes that's all we can do. Breathe in slowly, hold it for just a moment, and release. There, you're still here, you're still breathing, and that's enough for right now. I'm going to stay with you tonight for as long as you need. We're going to move through these hours together. I'm going to talk to you gently about your mother, about grief, about survival, about love, about memory, about pain, about healing. And you don't have to do anything but listen. You don't have to respond. You don't have to be strong. You don't have to make sense of anything. You just have to be here, breathing, making it through. The relationship between a mother and child is unlike any other relationship in the world. It doesn't matter if your relationship was perfect or complicated or somewhere in between. It doesn't matter if you were close or distant. It doesn't matter if she was everything you needed or if she fell short in ways that hurt. She was your mother, and losing her changes everything about how you understand yourself and your place in the world. You might be thinking about the last time you saw her, playing it over and over in your mind. If you knew it was the last time, maybe you held on a little longer. Maybe you said everything you needed to say. Maybe you had that perfect goodbye that people talk about. Or maybe you didn't know. Maybe it was an ordinary goodbye. Maybe you said you'd call her tomorrow. Maybe you were rushing. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe your last words were about something mundane, like groceries, or the weather, or plans for the weekend. If you're torturing yourself about that last conversation, I want you to try to let that go, just for tonight. Your mother knew you loved her, even if the last words you spoke weren't, "I love you." She knew. Mothers know. Even when we're difficult, even when we're distant, even when we're caught up in our own lives, they know we love them. Your mother knew. And if your relationship was complicated, if there were unresolved issues, if there were things you never got to say, or questions you never got to ask, that's another kind of pain entirely. You're not just grieving who she was. You're grieving who she might have become. You're grieving the relationship you might have had. You're grieving the closure you'll never get. And that's valid. That pain is real and is allowed to exist alongside all your other feelings. Maybe you were her caretaker at the end. Maybe you watched her decline. Maybe you saw her suffer. Maybe you were there for every doctor's appointment, every hospital stay, every difficult moment. And if you were, you're probably exhausted in a way that goes beyond physical tiredness. You're exhausted in your soul. You've been grieving for months or maybe years, watching her slip away piece by piece. And now that it's finally over, you might feel relief mixed in with your grief. And that's okay too. Relief is not betrayal. Relief is human. Or maybe it was sudden. Maybe you got a phone call that changed everything. Maybe you didn't get to say goodbye. Maybe one moment she was here, and the next she was gone. And if that's your story, you're probably in shock right now. Your mind is probably refusing to accept it. You keep expecting to wake up and have this all be a nightmare. But it's not a nightmare. It's real. And that's perhaps the cruelest thing about sudden loss. There's no preparation, no time to brace yourself. Just an ordinary day that became the worst day of your life. Let's breathe again. In through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for a moment. Feel your chest expand. Feel the air inside you. And now, release it slowly through your mouth. Again, breathe in, hold, release. Your body knows how to do this. Your body knows how to keep you alive, even when your mind is in chaos. Trust your body. Tonight, you might be sleeping in your own bed, in your own home, trying to return to normal life even though nothing feels normal. Or maybe you're in her house, in your childhood home, surrounded by all her things. Her smell is still in the air. Her coffee cup is still in the sink. Her glasses are still on the nightstand. Everything is exactly as she left it, except she's not here. The house feels empty in a way it never has before. Even when she wasn't in the room, you could feel her presence. Now there's just absence. If you're in her house tonight, you might be going through her things, touching her clothes, reading her handwriting, finding little notes she wrote to herself, discovering things you never knew about her. Every object tells a story. Every item holds a memory. And it's overwhelming. How can one person accumulate so much in a lifetime? How can all of this still be here when she's not? You might have siblings who are grieving alongside you. Maybe you're all together, sharing this pain, holding each other up. Or maybe you're apart, each dealing with this in your own way, feeling isolated, even in shared grief. Siblings often grieve the same person, but have completely different experiences. You each had your own relationship with her. You each have your own memories, your own regrets, your own version of who she was. And that can create distance at the very time when you need each other most. Or maybe you were an only child. Maybe you're facing this entirely alone. Maybe you were all she had, and she was all you had. And now you're an orphan. It doesn't matter if you're 20 or 50 or 70. When you lose your mother, you become an orphan. You become a child again, a child who wants their mother and cannot have her. If your father is still alive, he's grieving too. He lost his partner, his companion, his wife, and you might find yourself taking care of him when you can barely take care of yourself. Or maybe your parents were divorced. Maybe your father's grief is complicated by years of separation. Maybe he's not grieving at all. and that brings up its own complicated feelings. Let's take a moment to check in with your body. Notice where you're holding tension. Your jaw might be clenched. Your shoulders might be up near your ears. Your hands might be in fists. Your stomach might be tight. You don't have to release any of it. Just notice it. Just acknowledge that your body is trying to protect you. Your body is trying to hold you together. Thank your body for trying so hard. Now let's soften just a little. Let your jaw relax. Let your shoulders drop. Unfurl your hands. Take a deep breath into your belly and let it soften. You're safe right now. In this moment, you're safe. And your body can rest, even if your mind cannot. I want to talk about the practical things that are probably looming over you. Because in the midst of this devastating emotional experience, the world expects you to handle logistics. There's a funeral to plan. There are people to notify. There are legal matters and financial matters, and 1,000 decisions that need to be made. And you have to make them while you're in the worst pain of your life. If you haven't planned the funeral yet, that's tomorrow's problem. If people are asking you questions and you don't have answers, that's okay. You don't have to know what kind of flowers she would want. You don't have to remember everyone who should be invited. You don't have to write the perfect obituary. You don't have to do any of it perfectly. You just have to do it. And you can do it tomorrow, or the next day, or whenever you're ready. Tonight, you just need to survive the night. People are going to say things. They're already saying things, probably. And most of what they say is going to be unhelpful at best and hurtful at worst. They'll say, she's in a better place. They'll say, God needed another angel. They'll say, everything happens for a reason. They'll say, at least she's not suffering anymore. They'll say, at least you had her for as long as you did. They'll say, time heals all wounds. They'll say, she would want you to be happy. And all of it will feel hollow and wrong and insufficient. Because there are no words that make this better. There are no words that take away this pain. There are no words that bring her back. People mean well. They want to comfort you, but they don't know how. Nobody knows how. So they say the things they've heard other people say, the cliches, the platitudes, the easy phrases that are supposed to help, but don't. You'll nod. You'll thank them. You'll accept their casseroles and their flowers and their cards. And then you'll come home and you'll cry, or you'll rage, or you'll stare at the wall because none of it means anything. None of it changes the fact that your mother is gone. Some people will surprise you. People you thought would be there for you will disappear. They won't know what to say, so they'll say nothing. They'll avoid you. They'll cross the street when they see you coming. They'll stop calling. And that will hurt in its own way. But try not to take it personally. People are afraid of grief. They're afraid of death. They're afraid that what happened to you could happen to them. So they stay away. And then there will be people you didn't expect who will show up. Maybe someone who barely knew your mother, but who understands grief. Maybe someone who lost their own mother and knows exactly what you're feeling. Maybe someone who just sits with you in silence because they understand that silence is sometimes the most helpful thing. Hold on to those people. They're the ones who matter. Let's breathe again. Long, slow breaths. In for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Feel your nervous system starting to calm. Just a little. Feel your body responding to the breath. I want to tell you about what the coming days and weeks might look like. Because right now, you probably can't see past this moment. You can't imagine tomorrow, or next week, or next month. But I want you to know that there is a tomorrow. There is a next week. There is a future, even though right now that future feels impossible and unwanted. In the immediate days after a death, there's actually a lot to do. The funeral planning, the gathering of family, the receiving of visitors, the ritual of the service. And as terrible as it sounds, those things give you something to focus on. They give structure to your grief. They give you a reason to get out of bed. You have to make decisions. You have to show up. You have to be the daughter who is handling things. And then the funeral ends. People go back to their lives. The calls stop coming. The visitors stop stopping by. The meals stop arriving. And you're left alone with your grief. And that's when it really hits. That's when the loss becomes real, in a way it wasn't before. Because now you have to figure out how to live in a world without your mother. The first few weeks will be strange. Everything will feel wrong. You'll reach for your phone to call her, and then remember you can't. You'll think of something you want to tell her, and have nowhere to direct that thought. You'll see something she would have loved, and your first instinct will be to share it with her. And each time you remember she's gone, it will feel like losing her all over again. You'll probably go through her things, sorting, deciding what to keep and what to donate and what to throw away. And it will be one of the hardest things you've ever done. Every item will carry weight. Her favorite sweater, her jewelry, her books with her notes in the margins, her recipes in her handwriting, her photos, her letters. How do you decide what to keep? How do you let anything go when it all feels sacred? Keep what calls to you. Keep what brings comfort. Keep what holds the strongest memories. And let go of the rest, knowing that the objects aren't your mother. The love is in you. The memories are in you. She's in you. You carry her with you. You don't need to keep everything to keep her. You might find yourself doing things she used to do, cooking her recipes, using her phrases, laughing her laugh, and this will comfort you and devastate you simultaneously. You'll feel her presence in these moments. You'll feel connected to her. And you'll also feel the sharp pain of her absence. Both things can be true at the same time. There will be firsts. The first birthday without her. The first Mother's Day. The first Thanksgiving. The first Christmas. Each one will be hard. Each one will require you to navigate how to honor her absence. Do you set a place for her at the table? Do you talk about her? Do you carry on with traditions as if nothing changed? Do you create new traditions? There's no right answer. You'll figure it out as you go. And whatever you decide is okay. Let's check in with your body again. Are you still holding tension? Let your eyes rest. Let them close if they haven't already. Let your eyelids feel heavy. Let your face relax. Let your whole face soften. Your forehead, your eyebrows, your cheeks, your mouth. Let it all relax. Now your neck. Let your head feel heavy on a pillow. Let your neck release. Your shoulders, we talked about them before. But let's really let them drop now. They've been holding so much. Let them be heavy. Let them release toward the earth. Your arms, let them feel heavy. Your hands, unfurl them completely. Let them rest, palms up or palms down, however feels right. Just let them be soft and open and relaxed. Your chest. This is where you might be holding the most grief. Your heart is literally aching. Your chest might feel tight. Take a breath into that tightness, not to make it go away, but just to breathe into it, to acknowledge it, to give it space. Your belly, let it soften. Let it relax. You don't have to hold yourself together. You can let go your back. Feel it supported by whatever surface is beneath you. Let it release. Let the surface hold you. Your hips, your legs, let them feel heavy. Let them sink. Your feet, let them relax completely. From the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, let yourself be heavy. Let yourself be held. Let yourself rest. I want to talk about the different types of relationships you might have had with your mother. Because every mother-daughter relationship, every mother-son relationship is unique, and the grief you feel is shaped by that relationship. Maybe you were best friends. Maybe she was the first person you called with good news or bad news. Maybe you talked every day. Maybe you told her everything. Maybe she was your confidant, your advisor, your biggest supporter. If this was your relationship, her loss is devastating in a particular way. You've lost not just your mother, but your best friend. You've lost the person who understood you better than anyone. You've lost your person. Or maybe your relationship was more complicated. Maybe you loved her, but you also struggled with her. Maybe she was critical. Maybe she was controlling. Maybe she didn't understand you. Maybe you disappointed each other. Maybe there was distance between you. Maybe you wanted a different kind of relationship than you had. And now you're grieving not just her, but the relationship you never got to have. You're grieving the mother you wished she could have been, and the daughter you wished you could have been for her. Maybe your relationship was actively difficult. Maybe she hurt you. Maybe there was abuse or neglect or addiction or mental illness. Maybe you had set boundaries with her. Maybe you were estranged. And if this was true, your grief is even more complicated because you can grieve someone who hurt you. You can miss someone you had to protect yourself from. You can feel devastated by the loss of someone who caused you pain. All of that can be true simultaneously. And if your relationship was troubled, you might feel guilt. You might feel like you're not allowed to grieve. You might feel like you should have tried harder, done more, been better. But you did what you could with what you had. You survived your childhood. You created the boundaries you needed. You protected yourself when you had to. And none of that means you can't grieve her now. You can love someone and also need distance from them. You can miss someone and also feel relief that certain dynamics are over. You can grieve someone and also feel angry at them. All of these feelings can coexist. Grief isn't simple. It's not pure. It's messy and contradictory and confusing. And that's okay. That's normal. That's real. Maybe your mother had dementia or Alzheimer's. Maybe you lost her gradually over years. Maybe the person she was at the end wasn't the person she had been for most of your life. Maybe you've been grieving for a long time already, and now that she's physically gone, it's a strange mix of grief and relief and guilt about feeling relief. If this is your experience, know that you're allowed to grieve the mother she was before the disease. You're allowed to be grateful that her suffering has ended. You're allowed to be exhausted from the long goodbye. You're allowed to feel everything you feel about watching someone disappear slowly before they die. Let's breathe together again. We're going to do this throughout the night, coming back to breath, coming back to body, coming back to the present moment. Because your mind is probably racing. Your mind is probably in the past, reliving memories, or in the future, imagining all the moments she won't be there for. So let's come back to now, to this breath, to this moment. Breathe in slowly, fill your lungs, hold, and release. Again, in, hold, out, and again. Let each breath be an anchor. Let each breath remind you that you're here. You're alive. You're going to survive this. I want to talk about the physical sensation of grief, because grief isn't just emotional. It's physical. Your body is grieving too. You might feel exhausted, completely drained, even though you haven't done anything. You might feel like you're moving through water, like everything takes enormous effort. That's normal. Grief is exhausting. You might not be able to eat. Food might taste like nothing. You might have to force yourself to swallow. Or you might be eating constantly, trying to fill the emptiness with food. Both responses are normal. Your body is trying to cope. You might have headaches. Your chest might feel tight. You might feel nauseous. You might have no appetite, or you might be ravenous. You might sleep too much or not at all. You might have vivid dreams about her. You might wake up crying. Your body is processing loss in its own way. Be gentle with your body. It's doing its best. Feed it when you can. Rest when you can. Move when you feel able. Don't expect it to function normally. Nothing is normal right now. And that's okay. You might feel her presence. You might sense her in the room with you. You might smell her perfume. You might hear her voice. You might feel her hand on your shoulder. And you might wonder if you're going crazy. You're not. This is a normal part of grief. Your brain is trying to process her absence, and sometimes it creates her presence. Let it happen. Don't be afraid of it. If it brings you comfort, accept it. If it scares you, know that it will pass. Some people believe in an afterlife. Some people believe they'll see their mother again. If that brings you comfort, hold on to that. If you don't believe that, if you think death is the end, that's okay too. You don't have to have answers about what happens after death. You just have to get through the reality of her not being here anymore. Your mother existed. She was here. She lived. She loved. She mattered. And nothing about death changes that. Her life happened. It was real. She was real. And the love between you was real. That doesn't disappear. That doesn't end. That stays with you. You carry it forward. Let's talk about memories. Your mind is probably flooded with them right now. Random moments, significant moments, things you haven't thought about in years suddenly surfacing. This is your brain's way of processing loss. It's going through the archive. It's reviewing the relationship. It's trying to hold on to her. Let the memories come. Don't push them away, even if they hurt, even if they make you cry. Let them come. Each memory is a gift. Each memory is proof that she was here, that she was yours, that you had her. Think about your earliest memory of her. What's the first moment you can remember with your mother? Maybe you're very young. Maybe she's reading to you, or singing to you, or holding you. Maybe it's a feeling more than a specific memory. The feeling of being safe. The feeling of being loved. Hold that memory. Thank it. Let it remind you that you were loved from the very beginning. Think about ordinary moments, not the big events, not the holidays or the birthdays, but the ordinary, everyday moments. Her making breakfast, her folding laundry, her reading the newspaper, her humming while she cooked, her voice calling your name. These ordinary moments are the ones you'll miss the most. These are the ones that made up the fabric of your life with her. Think about her hands. Close your eyes and picture her hands. What did they look like? Were they soft or rough? What did they smell like? Her hands held you when you were a baby. Her hands brushed your hair. Her hands wiped your tears. Her hands prepared your meals. Her hands hugged you. Her hands waved goodbye. Her hands were the hands that cared for you. Picture them now. Thank them. Think about her voice. Can you hear it? What did it sound like when she said your name? What did it sound like when she laughed? What did it sound like when she was tired or frustrated or excited? Her voice is still in your head. You carry it with you. You'll hear it for the rest of your life. In your mind, you'll hear her voice. Think about her smell. Every mother has a particular smell. Maybe it was her perfume, or her soap, or her laundry detergent. Maybe it was just her. Her smell meant safety. Her smell meant home. If you have something that still smells like her, keep it. Hold it. Breathe it in. Let it comfort you. Think about her laugh. What made her laugh? What was her laugh like? Could you always make her laugh? Did you share the same sense of humor? Laughter is one of the most beautiful things to remember. Even in your grief, you can smile when you think about her laugh. Think about what she loved. What brought her joy? What were her passions, her hobbies, her interests? Did she love to garden? Did she love to read? Did she love music or art or cooking or nature? Whatever she loved, you can honor that. You can continue that. You can do the things she loved and feel close to her. Think about the wisdom she shared with you. What lessons did she teach you? What values did she instill? What advice did she give? Even if you didn't always agree with her, even if you sometimes rolled your eyes, there was wisdom there. There were things she knew that she wanted you to know. And you carry those things forward. You carry her wisdom. Think about how she showed love. Every person shows love differently. How did your mother show love? Was it through words? Did she say, "I love you" often? Or was it through actions? Did she show love by cooking your favorite meals, by doing your laundry, by worrying about you, by calling to check in? Understanding how she showed love helps you recognize how much you were loved. Let's breathe again. We keep coming back to breath because breath is life. Breath is proof that you're still here. Breath is what carries you forward. So breathe with me. In through your nose, deep into your belly. Hold it there. Feel the fullness and release slowly through your mouth. Again. In, hold, out. Let each breath carry away a little bit of tension. Let each breath create a little bit of space. I want to talk about the future without her, because right now that seems impossible to imagine. How do you have a life without your mother in it? How do you experience joy without being able to share it with her? How do you go through hard times without her support? How do you make decisions without her input? How do you just live in a world where she doesn't exist? The truth is, you learn. Slowly, painfully, but you learn. You learn to carry her with you. You learn to ask yourself, what would mom say? Or, what would mom do? You learn to feel her presence even in her absence. You learn to honor her by living your life fully. There will be moments when you desperately wish she was there. Your wedding day if you're not married yet. The birth of your children if you don't have children yet. Career achievements, hard times, ordinary Tuesday afternoons when you just want to hear her voice. All of those moments will be bittersweet. They'll be joyful and painful at the same time. You'll celebrate and you'll grieve simultaneously. But you'll also find that she's there in ways you didn't expect. You'll see her in yourself. You'll realize you have her gestures, her expressions, her way of speaking. You'll catch yourself doing something exactly the way she did it. And it will make you smile through tears. She's not gone entirely. She lives in you. If you have children, you'll see her in them. They'll remind you of her. They'll do things that she used to do, and you'll get to tell them about her. You'll get to keep her memory alive by sharing her with them. They'll know her through your stories. They'll carry her forward, too. If you don't have children, you'll carry her forward in other ways. Through your work, through your relationships, through your values, through the way you move through the world. She shaped you. She made you who you are. And that doesn't end just because she's gone. You might worry that you'll forget. You might worry that memories will fade, that her face will become less clear, that you'll lose the details, and some details might fade. That's natural. But the essential things won't. The love won't. The connection won't. The impact she had on your life won't. That's permanent. Take pictures of her things if you need to. Write down your memories. Record yourself talking about her. Create something tangible that holds the memories so you don't have to hold them all in your head. Give yourself permission to preserve what you can. Let's talk about guilt, because guilt is almost always part of grief, especially when you lose a mother. You might feel guilty about things you said or didn't say, things you did or didn't do, time you didn't spend with her, calls you didn't make, visits you postponed, moments when you were impatient or frustrated, all the ways you weren't perfect. But here's the truth. You weren't supposed to be perfect. You were supposed to be human, and humans are imperfect. You did your best with what you had at the time. You loved her even when you frustrated her. You cared even when you were too busy. You were her child, and you were figuring out your life, and that's okay. That's normal. That's allowed. She didn't need you to be perfect. She needed you to be you. And you were. You are. She knew you loved her, even in the imperfect moments, even in the distant times, even when you were caught up in your own life. She knew. If there are things you wish you could say to her, say them now, out loud or in your mind. Tell her you're sorry. Tell her you love her. Tell her thank you. Tell her whatever you need to tell her. She can't respond, but that doesn't mean the words don't matter. They matter. Say them. Release them. Let them be heard by the universe, if not by her ears. Forgive yourself for being human. Forgive yourself for not being available every moment. Forgive yourself for the times you weren't your best self. Forgive yourself for not knowing this would be the time you had. We never know. We never know that time is running out until it's run out, and we can't live every moment as if it's the last, because that's not sustainable. We live our lives. We assume there will be tomorrow, and usually there is, until there isn't. But you didn't waste your time with her. You loved her. That's what matters. Not whether you were perfect, not whether you had enough time, but that you loved her, and she loved you. That's what remains. That's what's true. Let's breathe again. Deep breath in. Hold. Release. And again. Feel your body starting to settle. Feel your mind starting to quiet, even just a little. We're going to keep moving through this night together. Keep breathing together. Keep being present together. I want to talk about what it means to be without a mother, because it's not just the absence of one person, it's the absence of a role. You're no longer someone's child in the same way. There's no one left who remembers you as a baby. No one left who knew you before you knew yourself. No one left who holds your entire history. Your mother was your first home. Before you lived in any house, you lived inside her. Her heartbeat was your first lullaby. Her voice was your first language. Her body was your first shelter. And now that home is gone. And some part of you will always be looking for home, will always be missing that original place of safety. Being motherless changes your identity. If you're a woman, you might wonder what kind of mother you'll be or are without her example. If you're a man, you might feel like you've lost your first love, the first woman who ever loved you. Regardless of gender, you've lost your parent. You've moved up a generation. You're now in the older generation, and that's terrifying and lonely. If your mother was elderly, people might say, at least she lived a long life. And maybe that's true. Maybe she did live a long life. But no amount of years feels like enough when you love someone. You wanted more. You always want more. More conversations, more hugs, more advice, more time. It doesn't matter if she was 90. You still wanted more. If your mother died young, that's a different kind of tragedy. That's a life cut short. That's potential unfulfilled. That's things she'll never see and do. And your grief is compounded by the unfairness of it, by the robbery of time, by all the years she should have had. However old she was, however long she lived, it wasn't enough. Because the people we love, we want them forever. We want them at every milestone. We want them for every question. We want them always. And we can't have that. And that's the hardest truth of being human. You're going to have to learn to live with absence, with the empty chair at holidays, with the phone calls you can't make, with the Mother's Day that hurts, with the moments she's missing. And it won't get easier exactly, but it will get different. You'll get stronger at carrying it. You'll get better at holding both grief and joy. You'll learn to live with loss. Some days will be hard. Some days you'll cry in the grocery store because you saw her favorite cereal. Some days you'll break down for no reason at all. Some days the grief will hit you like a wave and knock you down. And that's okay. That's part of this. You don't have to be strong every day. You don't have to be okay every day. You just have to survive. And some days will be good. Some days you'll laugh. Some days you'll feel joy. Some days you'll go hours without thinking about her. And then you'll feel guilty for not thinking about her. But don't feel guilty. She wouldn't want you to suffer forever. She'd want you to live. She'd want you to be happy. She'd want you to have a full life. So give yourself permission to have good days. Give yourself permission to smile without guilt. Let's check in with your body one more time. Notice if you've tensed up again while listening. Let's release that tension, starting with your face. Soften everything. Your forehead smooth. Your eyes closed gently. Your jaw loose. Your mouth relaxed. Your neck, roll it gently side to side if that feels good. Then let it settle. Let your head be heavy. Your shoulders, drop them. Let them be heavy and loose. Your arms, let them relax completely. Your hands open and soft. Your chest, take a deep breath into your chest and let it go. Another breath and release. Feel your chest softening. Your belly, let it be soft. Let it rise and fall with your breath. Your back, let it be supported. Let it relax into whatever is beneath you. Your hips, your legs, let them feel heavy. Let them sink. Your feet, flex them gently, and then let them relax completely. From head to toe, you're releasing, you're relaxing, you're letting go. I want to talk about the rituals that might help you in the coming weeks and months. Rituals give structure to grief. They give you something to do with all this pain. They give you a way to honor her and remember her and keep her close. You might want to create a memorial space in your home, a small table or shelf with her photo, maybe some flowers, some objects that remind you of her, a place you can go to when you need to feel close to her, a place to light a candle or leave a note or just sit quietly. You might want to do something she loved. If she loved gardening, plant something in her honor. If she loved reading, read her favorite book. If she loved a particular place, visit it. If she loved a certain food, cook it. Doing things she loved is a way of keeping her alive in your life. You might want to write to her, letters or journal entries addressed to her. Tell her about your day. Tell her what you're struggling with. Tell her what you wish she was here for. You can keep these letters, or you can burn them or bury them. The act of writing is what matters. You might want to talk about her. Don't let people's discomfort silence you. Say her name. Tell stories about her. Keep her memory alive through words. People might change the subject or look uncomfortable, but that's their problem, not yours. You need to talk about her. So talk about her. You might want to do something in her honor. Donate to a cause she cared about. Volunteer somewhere she would have approved. Create something. Write something. Make something. Do something that carries her values forward into the world. Or you might not want any rituals at all. You might just want to private with your grief. And that's okay too. There's no should. There's no have to. You get to grieve in whatever way feels right for you. Let's breathe together again. We're going to do longer breaths now. Breathe in for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Feel how that slows everything down. Feel how that calms your nervous system. I want to tell you about something that might happen in the coming months. You might start to become your mother, not in a bad way, but you'll catch yourself saying things she used to say, using her expressions, making her gestures, holding your face the way she held hers. And at first, this might startle you, but then it will comfort you. You are her legacy. You are the proof that she was here. You carry her genetics, yes, but you also carry her influence, the way she shaped you, the things she taught you, the values she instilled. All of that lives in you. And as you age, you might find yourself becoming more like her. And that's beautiful. That's how she continues. If you have her voice, use it. If you have her laugh, laugh. If you have her strength, be strong. If you have her kindness, be kind. Whatever you inherited from her, honor it. Live it. Let it be a tribute to who she was and how she shaped you. You might also find yourself wanting to learn more about her, asking relatives about her childhood, looking through old photos, discovering parts of her story you never knew. It's never too late to know your mother better. Even after she's gone, you can still learn about who she was before she was your mother. And that can bring you closer to her. Talk to people who knew her. Ask them to share their memories. Get different perspectives on who she was. She was a full person beyond being your mother. She was a daughter, a friend, a coworker, a neighbor, maybe a wife, maybe a sister. She had a whole life that didn't include you. And learning about that life can help you understand her better. You might discover things that surprise you, things she never told you, dreams she had, struggles she faced, parts of herself she kept hidden. And that's okay. Everyone is entitled to their privacy, their inner life. But whatever you discover will add dimension to who she was, will make her more real, more human. Let's talk about the really hard moments that are coming, because I don't want to sugarcoat this. There are going to be moments that devastate you all over again. Moments when you forget she's gone and reach for the phone. Moments when something happens and she's the first person you want to tell. Moments when you need her advice or her comfort or just her presence. The first time you accomplish something and can't call her. The first time something goes wrong and she's not there to help. The first holiday, the first birthday, her birthday, the anniversary of her death. All of these will be hard. All of these will require you to face her absence again. But you'll get through them. You'll get through them the same way you're getting through tonight. One breath at a time. One moment at a time. One step at a time. You'll cry. You'll hurt. And then you'll keep going. Because that's what you do. That's what she taught you. You keep going. And eventually, these hard moments will still be hard, but they'll be bearable. You'll develop strategies for getting through them. You'll know when to be alone and when to be with people. You'll know what helps and what doesn't. You'll know how to take care of yourself through the grief spikes. Grief spikes. That's what they're called. Those moments when grief hits you out of nowhere, when you think you're fine, and then suddenly you're not. They never fully go away. Even years later, you'll have grief spikes. Something will trigger a memory, and you'll be right back in the pain. But they get less frequent. They get less intense. They become part of your landscape rather than consuming your entire horizon. Let's breathe. In and out. In and out. Slower now. Deeper. Let each breath be a meditation. Let each breath be a prayer. Let each breath be a connection to your mother. She gave you breath. She gave you life. And you honor that by continuing to breathe, by continuing to live. I want to talk about the gift of grief. Because grief is love. Grief is the price we pay for love. If you didn't love her, you wouldn't hurt like this. The depth of your pain is a measure of the depth of your love. And that's something to hold on to. This pain means something. This pain is proof of something beautiful. You loved and you were loved. Not everyone gets to have a mother worth grieving. Some people feel relief when their mothers die. Some people feel nothing. Some people never had a relationship worth mourning. But you did. You had something worth missing. You had someone worth crying over. And that's a gift. A painful gift. But a gift nonetheless. You got to love her. You got to know her. You got to be her child. For however many years you had a mother, and she had you. You were each other's. And that bond doesn't break just because she died. That bond is eternal. You're still her child. She's still your mother. Death doesn't change that. So when the pain feels unbearable, remember what it means. It means you loved deeply. It means you had something real. It means you experienced one of the most profound connections humans can have. And yes, it hurts. It hurts terribly. But it also means your life was richer because she was in it. Would you trade the pain to never have known her? Of course not. You'd take every bit of this pain to have had her in your life. So the pain is worth it. The pain is part of the love. They're inseparable. You can't have one without the other. Let's do a body scan. We're going to move through your body slowly, releasing any remaining tension. Start with your scalp. Feel your scalp relaxing. Your forehead, smooth and soft. Your eyebrows. Release any furrow. Your eyes. Let them rest in their sockets. Your cheeks. Soft and relaxed. Your jaw. Let it drop open slightly. Your tongue. Let it rest in your mouth. Your neck. So much tension gets held here. Let it go. Roll your head gently if that helps. Then let it settle. Your shoulders. We've talked about these a lot. Drop them one more time. Let them be heavy. Your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. All relaxed. All loose. All at ease. Your chest. Your heart space. This is where the grief lives. Breathe into it. Give it space. Don't try to make it go away. Just breathe into it. Acknowledge it. Honor it. Your ribs. Feel them expand and contract with breath. Your stomach. Your belly. Let it be soft. You don't have to hold yourself together. Your lower back. Your hips. Your pelvis. All releasing. Your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Everything from head to toe is relaxing, releasing, letting go. You're safe. In this moment, you're safe. You're here. You're breathing. You're going to be okay. I want to tell you something about the future, about healing, because you might be worried that if you heal, if you move forward, if you start to feel okay, that means you're forgetting her. That means you're moving on. That means you didn't love her enough. But that's not true. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. Moving forward doesn't mean moving away from her. Getting better doesn't mean you loved her less. It means you're honoring her by continuing to live. It means you're strong enough to carry this loss and still find joy. It means you're doing what she would want you to do. She doesn't want you to suffer forever. She wants you to be happy. She wants you to have a good life. She wants you to love and be loved and experience all the beauty the world has to offer. So when you start to feel better, don't feel guilty. Feel grateful. Grateful that you're resilient. Grateful that you're healing. Grateful that life goes on. You'll never stop missing her. You'll never stop wishing she was here. But you'll learn to live with the missing. You'll learn to hold the grief and the joy together. You'll learn that it's possible to be sad about her absence and happy about other things simultaneously. Humans are big enough to hold multiple truths at once, and she'll always be with you, in your memories, in your genes, in your habits and your values and your way of being in the world. She shaped you. She made you who you are, and you carry her forward every single day. That's how she lives on, through you. Let's breathe. Long, slow, deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In, out, in, out. Feel yourself settling deeper. Feel your mind quieting. Feel your body relaxing more and more with each breath. I'm going to stay with you for the rest of the night. I'm going to keep talking softly, gently, keeping you company through these dark hours. You don't have to listen to every word. You can let my voice fade into the background. You can let yourself drift. You can rest. You can sleep if sleep comes. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. I'll be here either way. Think about a happy memory with your mother. Not a big moment necessarily, just a small, happy moment. Maybe you're in the kitchen together. Maybe she's teaching you how to make something. Maybe you're laughing about something silly. Maybe you're just sitting quietly together, comfortable in each other's presence. Hold that memory. Let it fill you. Let it warm you. Let it remind you that she was here, that you had happy times, that there was love and laughter and connection, that your relationship, whatever its complexities, had moments of pure goodness. Thank her for that moment. Thank her for all the moments. Thank her for being your mother. Thank her for loving you. Thank her for doing her best, even when her best was imperfect. Thank her for giving you life. Thank her for everything. And forgive her for whatever needs forgiving. Forgive her for the ways she fell short. Forgive her for being human. Forgive her for not being perfect. Forgive her for leaving, even though leaving wasn't her choice. Forgive her anyway. Release any resentment. Release any anger. Let it go. Choose love over everything else. And forgive yourself, too. Forgive yourself for anything you think you did wrong. Forgive yourself for not being the perfect child. Forgive yourself for being human. Forgive yourself for having a complicated relationship if you did. Forgive yourself for not knowing time was limited. Forgive yourself for everything. Choose peace. Let's breathe together. Slower now, quieter. In, out, in, out. Feel yourself sinking deeper into rest. Feel the tension leaving your body. Feel the chaos leaving your mind. Feel yourself settling into stillness. You're doing so well. You're surviving something that seems unsurvivable. You're making it through. You're here. You're breathing. You're going to be okay. Not tonight, not tomorrow, but eventually. You're going to be okay. Your mother would be proud of you, proud of your strength, proud of your resilience, proud of who you are and who you're becoming. She loved you. She loves you still. That love doesn't end. It transforms, but it doesn't end. Keep breathing. Keep resting. Let yourself drift. Let yourself float. Let yourself be held by this night, by this moment, by the memory of your mother's love. You're safe. You're okay. You're going to make it through. And tomorrow will come. The sun will rise. You'll have to face another day without her, but you'll do it because you're strong, because you're resilient, because you're her child, because she taught you how to survive, because her strength lives in you. Rest now. Let yourself rest. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Let your breathing slow even more. Let your body be heavy. Let your mind be quiet. Rest, sleep if you can. And if you can't, just rest. Just be. Just breathe. You're not alone. She's with you in a way, in your heart, in your memory, in who you are. You carry her with you always, and I'm here with you tonight. You're not alone. Breathe, rest. You're safe. You're okay. You're going to survive this. One night at a time. One day at a time. One breath at a time. You're going to be okay. Rest now. Just rest. Let go. Let yourself be held. Let yourself float. Let yourself sleep. You've made it through the hardest part. You're still here. That's enough. That's more than enough. Rest. Breathe. Sleep. You're okay. You're safe. Your mother loved you. You loved her. That's what matters. That's what remains. Love. Always love. Rest now. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Let yourself drift away. Into sleep. Into peace. Into rest. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. You deserve gentleness. I'll be here. All night. As long as you need. You're not alone. You're held. You're safe. Rest now. Just rest. Breathe and rest. You're going to be okay. Not now, but someday. And until then, just breathe. Just rest. Just survive. That's all you have to do. Your mother's love surrounds you. Her memory holds you. You are her legacy. You are her greatest accomplishment. Rest in that. Rest in being loved. Rest in being enough. Breathe in and out, slowly, gently, softly. Let each breath carry you deeper into rest. Let each breath remind you that you're alive, that you survived, that you're here. Tomorrow will come, but tonight, just rest, just be, just breathe. You're doing everything right. You're doing so well. Rest now. Sleep now. Be at peace. Your mother would want that for you. She'd want you to rest. So rest. Breathe. Sleep. Rest. You're safe. You're loved. You're going to be okay. Rest now. Just rest. Let yourself drift away into sleep, into peace, into the gentleness of night. Rest. Sleep. Breathe. You're okay. You're going to be okay. Rest now. Sleep. Let go. You're safe. You're held. You're loved. Always loved. Rest now. Just rest. Breathe and rest and sleep. I want to tell you more about the coming months because understanding what might lie ahead can sometimes bring a strange kind of comfort, not because it makes things easier, but because it helps you know you're not alone in this experience. Millions of people have walked this path before you. Millions are walking it with you right now, and millions will walk it after you. Losing a mother is one of the most universal human experiences. And yet, each loss is entirely unique. In the first month after your mother dies, you'll be in what's often called acute grief. This is the rawest, most intense phase. Everything hurts. Everything reminds you of her. You can't focus on anything else. The world feels muted and strange, like you're watching life through a foggy window. Other people are going about their normal lives, laughing and planning and complaining about trivial things, and you want to scream at them. Don't they know? Don't they understand that the world has fundamentally changed? But they don't know. They can't know. Their worlds haven't changed. Only yours has. And that's one of the loneliest parts of grief. It's so consuming for you, and yet it's invisible to most of the world. People who didn't know your mother won't understand why you're still sad 2 weeks later. People will expect you to be back to normal, back at work, back to your routine, back to being the person you were before. But you're not that person anymore. You can't be. Losing your mother changes you at a fundamental level. It changes how you see the world. It changes your priorities. It changes what matters to you. And you'll never be the exact person you were before this happened. That person is gone too. You're becoming someone new, someone who has survived loss, someone who knows grief intimately, someone who understands the fragility of life in a way you didn't before. Give yourself permission to be different. Give yourself permission to not bounce back. Give yourself permission to be changed by this. You don't have to pretend to be fine. You don't have to perform normalcy. You can be exactly where you are, feeling exactly what you're feeling, for as long as you need to feel it. Let's breathe together again. We're going to keep coming back to breath throughout this night, anchoring you in your body, in this moment, in the simple act of being alive. Breathe in slowly, filling your lungs from bottom to top. Hold the breath gently at the top, and release slowly, emptying completely. Again, in, hold, out. Feel the rhythm. Feel the steadiness. Feel your body doing what it knows how to do. I want to talk about the physical items you're going to have to deal with. Her clothes, her jewelry, her books, her furniture, her car, her house, if she owned one. Every single object will carry emotional weight. Every decision about what to keep and what to let go will feel enormous. There's no rush. Don't let anyone pressure you to clear out her things before you're ready. Some people need to do it quickly, to not be surrounded by constant reminders. Other people need to leave everything exactly as it was for months or even years. Both approaches are valid. Both are normal. You get to decide what feels right for you. When you do start going through her things, you'll discover items you forgot existed. You'll find treasures tucked away, old photos, letters, cards you sent her that she saved, shopping lists in her handwriting, receipts from ordinary days, movie ticket stubs, random objects that meant something to her, but whose significance is now mysterious to you. You'll find clothes that still smell like her. You might want to keep something soft, something you can hold or wear when you need to feel close to her. A sweater, a robe, a scarf, something that carries her scent and her energy. That's not morbid, that's beautiful, that's love. You'll find her jewelry, maybe pieces you remember her wearing every day. Her wedding ring, if she was married, the necklace she never took off, earrings she wore to special occasions. And you'll have to decide what to do with these items. Keep them, pass them to other family members, wear them yourself. There's no wrong answer. Whatever feels right is right. You might find things that surprise you, evidence of parts of her life you didn't know about. Maybe old love letters from before your father. Maybe journals or diaries. Maybe photographs from her youth when she was someone you never met. Maybe evidence of dreams she had that she never talked about. And all of this will add layers to your understanding of who she was. She was a full person, not just your mother. She had an interior life. She had secrets and hopes and regrets and joys that had nothing to do with you. And discovering these things can feel like meeting her again for the first time. Some of what you find might be hard. Maybe evidence of struggles you didn't know about. Maybe signs of sadness or loneliness. Maybe complicated financial situations. Maybe relationship issues. Real life is messy. People are complicated. Your mother was human with all the complexity that entails, and you might feel protective of her, wanting to preserve a certain image of her. But the truth is, the complicated parts don't diminish her. They make her real, they make her human, and you can love her completely, including the parts that were hard. You'll also have to deal with paperwork. So much paperwork. Death certificates, insurance forms, bank accounts, bills, subscriptions, memberships. Every single system she was part of needs to be notified. Every account needs to be closed or transferred. And it's exhausting. It's boring and painful at the same time. You're mourning your mother and simultaneously canceling her credit cards. You're grieving and filling out forms. It feels wrong. It feels like the world should stop for something this important. But it doesn't stop. The bureaucracy grinds on. Get help with this if you can. If you have siblings, divide the tasks. If you have a trusted friend or relative, ask them to help. You don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to be strong enough to handle every single detail. Let people help you. Let's check in with your body again. Notice where you're holding tension right now. Your jaw might be clenched tight. Your shoulders might be up around your ears. Your hands might be gripping. Your stomach might be hard and tight. Just notice these places. Don't judge them. Your body is trying to protect you. Your body is trying to hold everything together. Thank your body for working so hard. Now, let's try to release just a little bit. Start with your jaw. Let it drop open slightly. Let your tongue rest loose in your mouth. Let your teeth separate. Feel the release in your jaw joint. Your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and lift them up toward your ears. Hold them there. Tighter, even tighter. And now, drop them. Let them fall heavily. Feel the release. Do that again. Lift, hold, drop. One more time. Lift, hold, drop. Feel how much tension you are holding there. Your hands, if they're clenched, open them. Spread your fingers wide. Stretch them out. Then let them relax completely. Fingers gently curled, resting wherever they are. Soft, loose, released. Your stomach. Take a deep breath into your belly. letting it expand, and release with a sigh. Again, breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out with sound. Let yourself sigh. Let yourself release. Your whole body is working so hard to hold your grief. But right now, just for this moment, you can let your body rest. You can release the grip. You can soften. You're safe right now. In this moment, you're safe. I want to talk about the different seasons of grief you'll move through, because grief isn't static. It changes, it evolves, it moves through phases, though not in any predictable or linear way. You might cycle through these phases multiple times. You might skip some entirely. There's no roadmap, but knowing that grief is a journey, not a destination, can help. Right now, you're probably in shock and numbness. Even if you saw her death coming, even if you knew it was near, the reality is stunning. Your brain is protecting you by not letting you feel everything at once. You might feel like you're moving through a dream, like none of this is real, like you're going to wake up and it will all have been a mistake. That's normal. That's your psyche's way of giving you time to adjust to this new reality. Then will come the waves of acute pain, the crying that comes from deep in your belly, the sobbing that shakes your whole body, the grief that physically hurts, that makes your chest ache and your head pound and your body feel heavy and exhausted. This phase is hard. This phase is when you think you might not survive, but you will. You'll cry, and eventually the crying will slow. Eventually, you'll catch your breath. Eventually, you'll be able to function again. Until the next wave. Then will come the anger. You might be angry at her for dying, for leaving you. You might be angry at God or the universe for taking her. You might be angry at doctors who couldn't save her. You might be angry at other people who still have their mothers. You might be angry at people who complain about their mothers, who don't appreciate what they have. You might be angry at yourself for all the ways you weren't perfect. Anger is a normal part of grief. Let yourself feel it. Express it safely. Don't turn it inward. Don't let it fester. Feel it, express it, and let it move through you. Then will come the bargaining, the what-ifs and if-onlys. What if you had insisted she go to the doctor sooner? What if you had been there that day? What if you had said different things in your last conversation? If only you had more time. If only you had one more chance. If only you could go back. This phase is painful because you're torturing yourself with scenarios that can never be. You're trying to find a way to undo what happened, but you can't. What's done is done, and beating yourself up about what you might have done differently doesn't help anyone. It doesn't bring her back. It just makes you suffer more. Then will come the deep sadness, the depression, the realization that she's really gone and she's never coming back. The weight of that truth, the heaviness of moving through life without her. This phase can last a long time. This phase can make everything feel gray and empty and pointless. This phase requires you to be very gentle with yourself, to get help if you need it, to not make any big decisions, to just survive day by day until the sadness starts to lift. And eventually, slowly, will come acceptance. Not that you're happy she's gone, not that you wouldn't give anything to have her back, but acceptance that this is your reality now. She died. You're still alive. and you have to figure out how to live in this new reality. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop grieving. It means you stop fighting the reality of the loss. You integrate it into your life. You learn to carry it. You learn to live with it. And woven through all of these phases, eventually, will come moments of peace, moments of joy, moments of gratitude for the time you had, moments when you can think of her and smile instead of cry, moments when you feel her presence as comfort instead of absence as pain. These moments will be brief at first, but they'll grow, they'll expand, and eventually your grief will be something you carry, something that's part of you, but not something that consumes you. Let's breathe together. Long, slow breaths. In for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel yourself sinking deeper into relaxation with each breath. Feel yourself letting go a little more with each exhale. I want to talk about the ways you might try to escape your grief, because grief is painful, and humans naturally try to avoid pain. So you might find yourself doing things to numb out, to not feel, to distract yourself. And some of that is okay. Some of that is necessary. But too much avoidance can make things worse in the long run. You might throw yourself into work, staying busy so you don't have time to think or feel, working long hours, taking on extra projects, filling every moment so there's no space for grief to surface. And while productivity can be helpful, it can also be a form of running away. At some point, you have to stop running. You have to face the pain. You have to feel it to heal it. You might turn to substances, drinking more than usual, using drugs, taking prescription medication beyond what you need, anything to dull the edge of the pain. And I understand the impulse. I understand wanting relief from this unbearable feeling. But substances don't heal grief. They just postpone it. And when the effects wear off, the grief is still there, often worse because you're now dealing with guilt and shame on top of everything else. You might turn to food, eating for comfort, or not eating at all, losing your appetite completely. Both are common responses to grief. Your relationship with food might become complicated right now. Try to be gentle with yourself. Try to nourish your body when you can. Don't judge yourself if you're eating more or less than usual. Just try to maintain some basic nutrition so your body can function. You might turn to people, seeking comfort in relationships, maybe in unhealthy ways, clinging to people, pushing people away, starting new relationships to fill the void, ending relationships because you can't handle connection. Your relationships might get messy right now. That's normal. Just try not to do anything irreversible. Try not to burn bridges you might want to rebuild later. You might turn to shopping or spending, trying to fill the void with things, buying things she would have liked, buying things for yourself to feel better, using money as a way to feel something other than grief. And while occasional retail therapy is harmless, be careful not to create financial problems on top of your emotional ones. The healthiest thing you can do is feel your grief. Sit with it. Let it move through you. Cry when you need to cry. Scream when you need to scream. Talk about it. write about it, express it in whatever way feels right. Grief that's felt and expressed eventually transforms. Grief that's avoided and suppressed stays stuck and festers. So feel it as much as it hurts, as much as you don't want to. Feel it. Let yourself grieve fully. Let yourself fall apart. You can put yourself back together later. But right now, let yourself be broken. Let yourself be in pieces. That's appropriate for what you're going through. Let's do another body scan. We're going to move through your entire body slowly, releasing tension bit by bit. Start at the very top of your head, your scalp. Feel any tension there and let it melt away. Your forehead. Smooth out any wrinkles. Let your forehead be wide and soft. Your eyebrows. Let them relax. Let go of any furrowing or tension. Your eyes. They've probably cried a lot. Let them rest now. Let your eyelids be heavy and soft. Let your eyes sink back into their sockets, fully relaxed. Your nose, your cheeks, your mouth. Let your lips part slightly. Let your tongue rest softly in your mouth. Let your jaw be loose and heavy. Really let go of any clenching in your jaw, your ears, your temples, the sides of your face. Everything soft and relaxed. Your whole face at peace. Your neck, such a vulnerable place, holding up the weight of your head, holding all your thoughts and feelings. Let your neck release. Let it be soft. Let your head be heavy on the pillow. Your shoulders. We've talked about these many times tonight. They carry so much. Let them drop one more time. Release them completely. Let them be heavy and loose. Your upper back, between your shoulder blades. Feel any knots or tension there, and imagine them softening, melting, releasing. Your chest, your heart space, where so much grief is held. You don't have to release the grief. Just soften around it. Let your chest be open and soft, even while it holds your pain. Your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms. Let them be heavy and relaxed. Your wrists, your hands, your fingers, all soft, all loose, all at rest. Your ribcage expanding and contracting with each breath. Your belly soft and relaxed. Your lower back releasing into whatever supports it. Your hips, your pelvis, all letting go. Your thighs heavy and relaxed. Your knees soft. Your calves releasing any tightness. Your ankles, your feet, your toes. Everything from the top of your head to the tips of your toes is now relaxed, heavy, soft, at peace. You're completely relaxed, completely held, completely safe. Breathe into this relaxation. Let it deepen with each breath. I want to tell you about the concept of continuing bonds. This is a relatively new understanding in grief theory. For a long time, people thought the goal of grief was to let go of the person who died, to move on, to detach. But newer research shows that's not how healthy grief actually works. Instead, healthy grief involves maintaining a continuing bond with the person who died, staying connected to them in new ways. They're not physically present anymore, but they're still part of your life. They're still in your heart. They're still in your thoughts. They still influence you. They still matter. And that's not pathological. That's not unhealthy. That's normal and good. So you don't have to let go of your mother. You don't have to move on from her. You just have to learn a new way of being in relationship with her. a relationship that exists in memory and spirit rather than in physical presence, a relationship that's internal rather than external, a relationship that continues even though she's gone. You can still talk to her, out loud or in your mind. Tell her about your day. Ask her for advice. Imagine what she would say. Some people find this comforting. Some people find it too painful at first. There's no right way, but know that it's available to you. You can maintain a relationship with her even after death. You can still celebrate her, her birthday, Mother's Day, the anniversary of her death. You can light a candle. You can make her favorite meal. You can visit her grave. You can do something she loved. You can honor her in whatever way feels meaningful to you. You can still learn from her. You can still let her influence you. You can still ask yourself, what would Mom do? You can still channel her wisdom. She taught you things. She gave you values. She shaped who you are. And all of that continues. All of that lives in you. You don't have to sever that connection just because she died. In fact, many people report feeling closer to their deceased mothers than they did when they were alive. Without the complications of a living relationship, without the conflicts and misunderstandings and human messiness, the love becomes clearer. The bond becomes purer. You can remember the best of her. You can forgive the worst. You can hold the whole complex truth of who she was with more compassion and less judgment. So don't try to let go. Don't try to move on. Instead, find a new way to stay connected. Find a new way to keep her in your life. She's not gone from your life. She's just gone from her physical life. But she lives on in you and through you and with you. Let's breathe together. Slow, steady breaths. In and out. In and out. Let your breathing be a meditation. Let it calm your nervous system. Let it soothe your mind. Let it relax your body. Just breathe. That's all you have to do right now. Just breathe. I want to talk about the support you might need in the coming months, because you can't do this alone. Nobody can grieve alone. We're social creatures. We need each other. We need support and comfort and presence and help. So let people help you. Accept the meals people bring. Accept the offers to do laundry or clean your house. Accept the invitations to talk or sit in silence. Accept the hugs. Accept the cards. Accept the gestures of care. People want to help. Let them. But also be discerning about who you let close right now. Not everyone is helpful. Some people will say hurtful things. Some people will judge your grief. Some people will try to rush you through it. Some people will make it about themselves. You don't have to spend energy on those people right now. You can protect yourself. You can set boundaries. You can limit contact with people who aren't helpful. Surround yourself with people who can sit with your pain. People who don't try to fix it or rush it or minimize it. People who can just be present with you. People who understand that sometimes the most helpful thing is just showing up and saying nothing. Those are your people right now. Hold them close. You might want to consider joining a grief support group. Being with other people who are going through what you're going through can be incredibly healing. They understand in a way that even your closest friends might not. They've felt what you're feeling. They are walking the same path. You don't have to explain anything to them. They just know. There are groups specifically for people who've lost mothers. There are groups for adult children who've lost parents. There are general bereavement groups. There are online groups and in-person groups. Find one that feels right for you. And if the first one doesn't feel right, try another. Not every group is a good fit, but when you find your people, it can make all the difference. You might also want to consider therapy. Grief counseling can be incredibly helpful, especially if your grief is complicated or if you're really struggling. A good therapist can give you tools for managing the pain. They can help you process complicated feelings. They can hold space for you to fall apart. They can guide you through the hardest parts. There's no shame in needing professional help. This is one of the hardest things you'll ever go through. Getting support is smart, not weak. Some people find comfort in their faith or spiritual practice. If you have a religious or spiritual community, lean on them. Let them support you. Let their prayers or rituals or beliefs comfort you. Let their community hold you. But if you don't have that, or if your mother's death has shaken your faith, that's okay too. Grief often brings up big existential questions. Why do we die? What happens after death? Why does suffering exist? If there's a God, why did this happen? These are questions humans have been asking forever. You don't have to have answers. You can sit in the questions. You can let your beliefs evolve. You can doubt. You can rage. You can question everything. That's part of the process, too. Let's breathe. In and out, in and out. Slower now, deeper. Feel yourself settling more deeply into rest. Feel your body getting heavier. Feel your mind getting quieter. Feel yourself drifting toward sleep, or at least toward deep rest. I want to talk about honoring your mother's legacy, because she lived, she mattered, she made a difference, and you can carry that forward. You can honor who she was and what she stood for by how you live your life. If she was kind, be kind. If she was generous, be generous. If she was brave, be brave. If she was creative, be creative. Whatever her best qualities were, embody them. Let them live through you. That's how she continues. That's how her impact ripples forward into the future. If there were causes she cared about, support them. Donate in her name. Volunteer for organizations she would have supported. Carry forward her values in concrete ways. Make the world a little bit better in her honor. If she had dreams she didn't get to fulfill, you might feel called to fulfill them for her. Maybe she always wanted to travel somewhere. Maybe you can go there and bring her spirit with you. Maybe she always wanted to learn something, or do something, or be something. Maybe you can do it in her memory. Not as an obligation, but as a way of honoring her unlived dreams. Or maybe the best way to honor her is simply to live well, to be happy, to love fully, to experience all the joy and beauty the world has to offer, to not take life for granted, to appreciate each day, to love the people in your life fiercely, to not waste time on things that don't matter, to prioritize what's truly important. She gave you life. The best way to honor that gift might simply be to live it well. Think about what would make her proud, not what would make her happy, because nothing can make her happy now. But what would make her proud of you? What would make her spirit smile? What would make her feel like she raised you right? Do those things. Be that person. Live in a way that honors her memory. And forgive yourself when you fall short. Because you will. You're human. You'll have days when you're not your best self. Days when you're selfish or mean or small. Days when you do things she wouldn't approve of. That's okay. That's part of being human. She wasn't perfect either. She had her flaws and her mistakes and her regrets. You're allowed to be imperfect too. Just try to move in the direction of the values she taught you. Try to be a little bit better each day. That's all anyone can do. Let's breathe together. Long, slow, calming breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In, out. Feel your whole body relaxing more deeply with each breath. Feel yourself sinking into the surface beneath you. Feel yourself being held. I want to talk about the first year of milestones without her, because each one is going to be hard. Each one is going to require you to face her absence in a new way. But you'll get through them. You'll survive them. And the second year will be easier. Not easy, but easier. The first holiday without her, whatever that holiday is, will be brutal. Everything will be wrong. The traditions will feel hollow. The celebration will feel forced. The empty chair at the table will be all you can see, and you'll have to decide how to handle it. Do you carry on as if nothing changed? Do you skip it entirely? Do you create new traditions? There's no right answer. You'll figure out what feels right for your family. Her birthday will be hard, the day that celebrated her existence. And she's not here to celebrate. You might want to do something to honor her. Light candles, share memories, visit her grave, or you might want to let the day pass quietly. Both are okay. Mother's Day will be devastating. Seeing everyone else celebrate their mothers, seeing the cards and the flowers and the brunches and the social media posts, knowing you can't call her, knowing you can't take her to brunch, knowing she's not here to celebrate. This will be one of the hardest days. Be very gentle with yourself on Mother's Day. The anniversary of her death will bring everything back. It might feel like it just happened yesterday. All the pain might feel fresh again. This is called an anniversary reaction, and it's completely normal. Your body remembers. Your heart remembers. Let yourself feel whatever comes up. Don't try to be strong on that day. Just feel it and get through it. But here's the thing about firsts. You only have to do them once. The first Thanksgiving without her is the worst Thanksgiving without her. The first Christmas without her is the worst Christmas without her. After you survive the first of each thing, the second is a little easier. Not easy, but easier. Because you know you can survive it. You've done it before. You can do it again. And eventually, the holidays and anniversaries will still be tinged with sadness. But they won't be overwhelming. You'll be able to celebrate and remember her at the same time. You'll be able to feel joy and grief together. You'll be able to mark the occasions while also living your life. It takes time, but it happens. Let's check in with your body one more time. Are you still relaxed? Or have you tensed up again while listening? Let's release any new tension. Start with your face. Soften everything. Your jaw, your shoulders, your hands, your belly. Let it all be soft and loose and heavy. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs completely. Hold it and release with an audible sigh. Make sound as you breathe out. Let yourself sigh deeply. Again, breathe in, hold, sigh out. One more time. In, hold, sigh out. Feel the release. Now just breathe normally. Easy, natural breaths. Don't try to control it. Just let your body breathe the way it wants to breathe. And feel yourself settling. Feel yourself calming. Feel yourself moving toward rest. I want to tell you about post-traumatic growth. Because sometimes, after terrible things happen, we don't just survive them. We grow from them. We become deeper, wiser, more compassionate people. We develop strengths we didn't know we had. We clarify what matters. We let go of what doesn't. We become more authentic, more real, more fully ourselves. This doesn't mean the terrible thing was good. This doesn't mean you're glad it happened. This doesn't mean everything happens for a reason. It just means that humans are incredibly resilient. We have the capacity to take terrible experiences and integrate them in ways that ultimately make us stronger and deeper. You might find eventually that losing your mother taught you things about love, about fragility, about what matters, about who you are, about who you want to be. You might find that you have more compassion for others who are suffering. You might find that you're braver than you thought. You might find that you can survive things you never thought you could survive. You might find that your priorities shift dramatically. Things that used to matter stop mattering. Things you took for granted become precious. You might find yourself saying no to obligations you don't care about, saying yes to experiences that feed your soul, spending time with people who matter, and letting go of relationships that drain you. You might find that you're more present, more appreciative, more aware of the beauty in ordinary moments, because you know now that nothing lasts forever. You know that everyone you love will eventually die, and that knowledge, as painful as it is, can make you more alive, more awake, more grateful for what you have while you have it. This doesn't happen right away. Right now, you're just surviving. Right now, you're just making it through each day. But eventually, maybe months or years from now, you might look back and realize that losing your mother, as terrible as it was, also changed you in some ways that are actually positive, that you're deeper now, stronger now, more compassionate now, more real now. And that doesn't dishonor her memory. That honors it. She wouldn't want her death to destroy you. She'd want her death to somehow, eventually, make you better, stronger, more fully yourself. So if that happens, if you find growth in this tragedy, accept it. Be grateful for it. Know that it's a tribute to her, a way of taking something terrible and transforming it into something meaningful. Let's breathe together. Slow, steady, calming breaths. In and out. In and out. Feel yourself getting drowsier. Feel your body getting heavier. Feel your mind getting quieter. Feel yourself drifting. I'm going to stay with you for the rest of the night. My voice will be here, a gentle presence, reminding you that you're not alone. You can stop listening to the words if you want. You can let my voice become just a sound in the background. You can drift in and out of awareness. You can rest. You can sleep. You've made it through this first terrible night, or you're making it through. You're here. You're breathing. You're surviving something that felt unsurvivable. And that takes incredible strength. Give yourself credit for that. Honor your own resilience. You're doing so much better than you think you are. Tomorrow will come. The sun will rise whether you want it to or not. And you'll have to face another day without her. But you'll do it. Because you're strong. Because you're resilient. Because you're her child. And she taught you how to survive. Her strength lives in you. Her courage lives in you. Everything she was, everything she gave you, lives in you, and you carry her forward. Rest now. Let yourself rest. Let your body be heavy. Let your mind be quiet. Let yourself drift into sleep or into deep rest. You're safe. You're held. You're okay. Your mother's love surrounds you. Even in death, even in absence, her love is real. It doesn't disappear. It transforms, but it doesn't end. You are loved. You were loved. You will always be loved by her. That love is yours forever. Nothing can take it away. Breathe, rest, let go. You've done enough for today. You've survived enough. You've been strong enough. Now you can rest. Now you can let go. Now you can sleep. Tomorrow you'll wake up and you'll remember, and your heart will break again. But you'll get out of bed. You'll brush your teeth. You'll drink some water. You'll put one foot in front of the other. You'll keep going. Because that's what you do. That's what she taught you. You keep going. But tonight, you rest. Tonight, you let yourself be held by the darkness. Tonight, you let yourself grieve and breathe and just be. Tonight, you don't have to be strong. You don't have to have answers. You don't have to be okay. You just have to be. And you are. You're here. You're breathing. You're making it through. That's enough. That's more than enough. You're doing so well. Rest now. Just rest. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Feel the weight of your eyelids. Feel how heavy they are. Feel how much they want to stay closed. Let them stay closed. Let yourself sink deeper into darkness. Let yourself drift. Your breathing is slowing. Your body is relaxing. Your mind is quieting. You're moving toward sleep, or toward the deep rest that's almost like sleep. Let yourself go there. Let yourself drift there. It's safe. I'm here with you. You're not alone. Think of your mother holding you. Imagine her arms around you. Feel her presence. Feel her love. Let yourself be held by the memory of her. Let yourself be comforted by the love that was real and remains real even now. She would want you to rest. She would want you to sleep. She would want you to take care of yourself. So rest. For her. Rest. Sleep. Be at peace. Your body needs sleep. Your mind needs rest. Your heart needs a break from the grief. So let yourself have this. Let yourself rest. Let yourself drift away from consciousness for a while. Let sleep come if it will. And if it won't, at least rest. At least be still. At least breathe. You're safe. You're okay. You're going to survive this, one night at a time, one day at a time, one breath at a time. You're going to be okay. She's with you, in memory, in spirit, in love. She's with you. And I'm with you. And you're not alone. You're held. You're safe. You're loved. Rest now. Sleep now. Let yourself go. Let yourself drift into the gentleness of night, into the peace of sleep, into the rest you so desperately need. Breathe, rest, sleep. You're okay. You're safe. You're going to make it through. Rest now. Just rest. Everything will still be there tomorrow. The grief will still be there. The pain will still be there. The absence will still be there. But you don't have to face it right now. Right now, you can rest. Right now, you can sleep. Right now, you can let go. So let go, release, relax. Drift float, sink, sleep. You're doing so well. You're so strong. You're so brave. Rest now. You've earned it. You've done enough. Rest. Sleep well. Dream gently. Wake when you're ready. And know that you survived the hardest night. And if you can survive this night, you can survive the next one, and the next one, and the next one, until eventually the nights get easier. Until eventually you sleep through them. Until eventually you wake up, and the first thing you think about isn't that she's gone. But that's for later. That's for the future. Right now, just rest. Just sleep. Just breathe. Your mother loved you. You loved her. That's what matters. That's what remains. That's what's true. Love. Always love. Rest now. Sleep now. Be at peace. Good night.